It's Kirk holding the VHS tape of the movie that his character is in. So if the character is holding the movie, it just blows your mind.
It's a paradox.
Well, look, you know, Star Trek, there's so many parallel dimensions. Maybe Kirk traveled to a dimension.
It's like in Halloween 3 when they're watching Halloween.
Is there a Star Trek 5?
Yes, there is.
I didn't watch a Star Trek fucking movie.
And it,
I just have to point out, Justin's face on your shirt is so bad. His face was folding into itself when you're just sitting there. The way it was earlier, it was so disturbing.
It looks to me kind of like the face of God at the end of the movie when he says, you know, is this what you imagine God to look like? That should come up.
Is this the voice of God? One voice, many faces.
Hey, I'm Justin.
I do have a favorite scene, though, which I actually love. It's one of my favorite scenes in all the Star Trek franchise. Not my absolute favorite, but one
it's
of them.
row, row, row the boat, isn't it?
Row, row, row your boat. I love that row, row, row your boat scene. And and they're like, oh, did you know row, row, row your boat? And they just keep saying it over and over again.
Some asshole walks into a door.
Tony, don't move. The face. Look, there you go. Look at how weird. How'd you get that shirt?
he gave it to me. It's like kind of fucked up.
Well, the New Enterprise, there's a stupid joke like that. He comes onto the bridge and he sits down in the chair and the chair's like squeak, squeak. And then they cut the Spock and he's like...
It's like, take me down to Paradise City. It's Mos Eisley, but it's really shitty.
But they have sexy cat aliens, Justin.
Yeah, with 3 tits.
Oh, yeah.
They barely explain any of this.
Yeah. Then it turns out to be this, like...
Here's the thing. Shatner wanted to fuck horses.
when Kirk first falls, it's like there's no point to have rock climbing. No rocks. He's such an you fucker. Stop ruining Star Trek. I'm so tired.
Speaking of Kirk, so you know everybody knows the Shatner impression, like the way people impersonate him all the time.
Yeah.
And I think I learned it from Mike, and I'm like,
risk is our business. That's why we're aboard her.
I don't really see him talk like that much.
He talks like that.
The last 50 years of Star Trek, do you remember that?
It shows no respect to the series, and especially it shows no respect to like NASA and space travel.
Bullshit! I'm sorry, I get really angry about Star Trek.
His face, you're so sweaty and red, and you're like, fucking Klingons of freaking Star Trek!
Listen, he's sitting there wearing my face on a shirt that's all compressed.
So,
oh shit, I gotta come up with something for the show.
It's so confusing. I've calmed down.
Can we just mention that first of all, that the plot of this movie is that they're going to find God.
Yeah.
That is the final frontier. Yeah. So I thought that was a letdown. I was like,
Well, they can't actually find God.
Like Star Trek is supposed to be science fiction.
Yeah.
And then it just turns into, oh, there's a monster on this planet. We're just gonna shoot it. I'll blow him when he's at his weakest.
Oh yeah. Oh, so there's that scene where they have to get back into the Enterprise and they're on the shuttlecraft, but then the Klingon bird of prey comes.
Yeah.
I believe
who picked Star Trek 5? At first I was like, 5? Now I'm like, of course 5. This is the best one to talk about.
Of course.
Of course. 5.
5.
Hands are flying everywhere. What about Uhura's dance scene?
Oh my
We're not gonna fucking talk about that?
That was bizarre, yeah.
What do you call her? Uhura?
Uhura.
Uhura?
Uhura.
I always said
Uhura.
Uhura?
William Shatner told my ex that I was an asshole behind my back. Whatever.
I got 2 things. One, talking about that. The center of the galaxy.
See, everything revolves around it. It's because it's like giant black holes and singularities. You can't go there because you'll die.
Yeah.
Second off, I just fixed the ending of the movie. Here's what happens. He goes to him, and the junior guy's like, screw you, I don't care. I'm gonna go kill Kirk. He's the best in the galaxy. And the guy's like, why kill Kirk when you could kill God? That'd be sick. And then they beam aboard, take it over, and then shoot God. But I'm like, that'd be a cool conversation because that's what his goal is. Like, imagine him going back to the Empire. He's like,
Guess who I killed?
Bad movie, but entertaining.
Very.
I'm putting in work, yeah. I run this ship like Captain Kirk, yeah. Show them all my motherfucking worth. I'm putting in.
Do you have Star Trek 5?
Do you guys have Star Trek 5?
Am I even in this one?
Do you have Star Trek 5?
Do you have Star Trek 5?
5 of them!